now. Felix Chauba on this Tiny, we've seen him have some great performances. He had a Tiny game and a Rubik game that in the past that was really impressive. His Rubik's been top-notch, and well, now Glimpse back out of the tower. The chase was on. Ghost didn't go with the Disruptor. Toss up into the air.
Oh, PYW.
Onslaught and First Blood for DY as the Primal Beast makes the way over bottom.
You do not expect this move to happen. Primal Beast or anyone deeping the
There's a pause 5 silencer. Or sometimes
there
even
you
an
go,
off-lane silencer.
on Ego.
Yeah, they want to go down towards bottom. The Gust comes in. The Wrath of Nature does a lot of damage on the Ego. The rotation in from Alacrity. Walrus Punch on a JT. Not doing enough damage yet to get the kill onto the Death Prophet. But last
one more hit.
PYW. So they'll get the kill onto the Primal Beast, but XCJ will die to JT. And now they'll look for Alacrity. Paparazzi's joined in on this. They're trying to find the Tusk. They've got the Sprout. And with DY here, he's got one in the jungle. Yeah, so it says see you. It's PYW's ward. It's pretty funny. There's one I saw that was called Sentry Ward, too, which I thought was great. Avalanche out and Arcane Curse. PYW, the onslaught onto the low ground, but the toss will get the kill onto this Primal Beast. Alacrity glimpsed and, well, got away last time, not this time.
It's Snaking who did that. Renamed his ward to Sentry Ward.
You know, that's really to nobody's surprise, especially with the movement available to the Nature's Prophet, the pushing potential that they have on the side of Xtreme, but Ghost out very far.
He doesn't have boots.
Tossed. Avalanche onslaught. Alacrity also coming over. That snowball's going to stop that TP. So they'll get the kill on a Ghost. He is just standing way too far forward. That Wrath of Nature not really doing enough damage to be much of a deterrent, but really PYW just walking away and getting out. Now they've got themselves the glimpse into the Exorcism right on Ego. I mean, this is right by the tier 2 tower, too.
Yeah, they need to defend this. Someone needs to show up at bottom and try to stop it. It's going to be Felix for now. I don't think he's going to be able to. What happened to Dota? Like, if we click on Death Prophet, what are these items? Like, what is this? Arcane Boots, Casual Chainmail, Headdress, and the Raid Band. If you showed me this like a year ago, I would say it's griefing.
Static Storm, but the Onslaught pushing him away, so he's able to survive. They'll get the kill on DY. There's the Pulverize for one slam. They've got the X as well as the Ghost Ship. They'll bring in Paparazzi. The right click's over. Alacrity surviving on a little bit of health once again and gets out. Felix Chauba is going to run away here. He's in a lot of trouble with the hands of XG right on him. But is he going to be like Alacrity? No, he won't be. Felix ends up finally falling to JT. Again, Alacrity's able to survive.
Yeah, Alacrity has really been on point with his rotation, understanding what he can do straight into Gleipnir. I like that. This is going to be... I think he's realizing the Tusk causes some issues with the Snowball and the Great against the Brood Mother.
Smoke's breaking. They're going to go. They're going to try and get Ghost. The Static Storm, they're wrapping around. Xtreme Gaming's here. They'll go for XCJ. They should be able to get the kill onto the Silencer to start this one off. The onslaught from BYW. And now the Snowball into 5 heroes. You want to extend that and maybe try to get a kill here on a Ghost. The Walrus Punch, and he got him. Just gets Ghost before he dies. Alacrity at least getting something for his life.
Yeah. Ghost is also amplifying the damage of Exorcism.
Gold. You start to worry about these Drow games because we've seen them in both Western Europe and China for us, where Drow from behind struggles immensely. So now they've got themselves the glimpse into the Static Storm. The Global Silence is used, so that's not going to save Alacrity. Maybe Felix is looking for an Avalanche and a toss, but he'll just find himself being ragdolled around. PYW with the kill on Felix Chauba takes out the Tiny, 2 dead on the side of Knights, and Xtreme again, while putting Knights into extreme hurting.
Before trying to go for the high ground.
Exorcism in 60 seconds. That'll kind of line up with Wrath of Nature, and now they're going to go. They're going to go for DY with the BKB pop by Alacrity. Global Silence is used, so DY dead on his screen already. They'll go to the X, they'll bring back Felix Chauba back into the Ghost Ship, and now Felix on the run, toss up into the air, but it's not going to matter. With JT having a Crypt Swarm ready. Well, Felix, you're in the Crypt.
They got the Global out of it, the instant buyback from DY. They're going to come.
Side, Ghost comes in into the Walrus Punch. They've got the Static Storm immediately. And they are going to reflect the snowball all the way back. So that sends Ghost into a little bit of a odd spot here with the rest of the team focusing their attention on the field. Chaba, they get the kill to XCJ. They'll take out 2. The cores get out on the side of Knights. JT dominating on this one. Ego didn't pop the BKB. He's just going to TP back in the tier 2.
So does Radiant, who used the scan, but bottom lane is pushed in by Paparazzi. He's massive. 24,000 net worth on this hero.
Onslaught hitting Felix. They've got the trample on top. PYW going in with BKB. But the global silence is well done. Now stop the pulverize. Felix Chaba's going to be the first one to die. And it's the Paparazzi who's on a mega kill streak. The snowball over to the disruptor of DY, but just drops down a static storm. Ego with the BKB TP out. Flyby hit with the onslaught. XCJ Gleipnir killed, gone, dead. See you later. JT will get credit for that one. And it looks like there's going to be some exit strategy here for Knight.
Prophet Exorcism is available with Arcane Rune.
Arcane Curse, Lotus Orb action, get that out of here. And see if the damage starts to line up. Good 3-man avalanche. Now they've got the BKB into the Walrus Punch. The Global Silence comes in, but it's not going to be in time to get that Pulverize away from the fight. And that means Ego dies to JT. They're going to go after Felix next.
He needs to buy back.
Field as well as the Static Storm. That's going to be 3 dead on the side of Knights. Buyback available on both the Drow as well as the Broodmother, but I think they're going to wait for at least the Brood before the Drow buys back. How much of their base are they going to lose because of this?
It's a long 50 seconds. You're going to be playing against Mega Creeps if you don't buy back. And you don't have the best heroes to do so.
Holding it and holding it as XCJ is getting helped here by PYW, and they just called GG.
All right, they're saving that buyback for the second game. I like it.
So, Xtreme Gaming, they're going to take game number 1 over Knights, and Knights kind of fall by the wayside in this first one, as Xtreme Gaming do a very good job of taking objectives and basically running the map in the way that they wanted, right? Like they just, from A to B to C to X marks the spot, it was a great way to take game number 1.
Pretty one-sided game from Xtreme Gaming, clean execution. This mid-Nature's Prophet, we're definitely going to see more of this hero either being like banned in the, maybe not a first phase, but he doesn't seem to have bad matchups. That's the problem.
Chinese region, so.
After the nerfs to Raid Pack, this hero, I'm not going to say is dead because we're going to see it from time to time, but definitely got hit hard by that Raid Pack nerf.
Avalanche onto the Phoenix. Arrow hits with it. Dream Coil's just not in time. They may trade, and it looks like they will do so on PYW. First kill comes out for the Mirana, though. Did it real easy with that. And still. Stream a bunch of T-Rexes. If you stand still long enough, they can't see. Alacrity comes over, has the Dream Coil. That's on the 2. They've stayed really long here on the side of Xtreme Gaming. They're trying to get out, but Ghost, he's not going to be fortunate enough to do so. Tricks of the Trade avoids this Starbreaker from DY, while Alacrity's trying to get a kill and jaunt over towards this Tiny. But 1 familiar, 2 familiar, down goes DY to the floor. And now a Rolling Thunder from Felix. JT. They're really trying to come over and get anything they can out of this. But JT, the last game in terms of network at this moment in time. Dream Coil again. Here comes Felix. Jumps in. Silence with the Waning Rift. And DY. He's going to die to Felix with 2 Blink Strikes. PYW. Now what does he do? 3 heroes around. Paparazzi over to the side. PYW chased by Alacrity. They've got Ghost. So maybe they can kill off this puck while Felix off screen ends up dead. Roche might do it. Ooh. Just jaunting away.
Misses.
And now the arrow missing. Ghost really wants to go after Alacrity, but he goes up there to defend him if they do continue to chase.
We see the lack of stuns on Xtreme Gaming. Paparazzi will find him.
Avalanche toss. See you later, Alacrity.
They need Tiny to control this puck. He was on to Ricky, did use the full combo, used another Avalanche just to be able to not have enough damage when there's a Solar Guardian on top of it.
Right.
There was a time when like Dawnbreaker plus puck was a really solid opening coming into TI, and even during TI, Smoke's gonna break.
Paparazzi throws an Avalanche, then a toss, Solar Guardian. Oh, Alacrity He's dead. Supernova. This is not going to get off just by a second short. DY with a double kill on this Dawnbreaker all of a sudden, and now level 7. Like, bait the rage with the Rolling Thunder, and actually now just the Silence. Arrow comes in. That's going to hit a creep. They've got the Sunray. Assassinate flies over, and that Assassinate is not going to do enough damage, but Felix now infested. They'll look to get the kill onto the Ricky and pull the Life Stealer out of him, and they've pulled the life out of him, and now they've got Ego in their hands. Avalanche toss, Ego's dead, Supernova not in time, and it's gonna pop as well. JT with a double kill, perfectly done by Xtreme Gaming.
Their damage is pretty limited. Like Ricky, he doesn't deal damage, he's sometimes difficult. Robo found by Sniper, Pupil's Gift. For Pango, I don't think you can ask for better items. Pango definitely loves Pupil's Gift. Extra 300 HP,
Sweet.
extra mana.
Silence, Solar Guardian. The damage, though, is more than the Solar Guardian produces. Starbreaker not going to do anything as the Rage is popped by Ego. They've got themselves the Celestial Hammer on top of this pop. Goes into a phase shift and will end up dead, so they'll trade a little bit and look for more. Assassinate hits on Felix Chauba, who's been infested by Ego. They're not thinking about going back anything like too amazing, but his farm was there, right? Like, he kept up the entire time.
He kept
it's just
the
tough
same
to keep
amount
up with
of
an Aegis
farm
Prophet.
as Kunkka in the previous game.
Sleep on a Sniper, that's a big issue. Solar Guardian again, but look at the damage. It's going to be enough with the Dream Coil. They'll confirm it. Ghost, well, he becomes one. They'll also get themselves DY as on the other side of the fight. XCJ's in trouble again. The Rolling Thunder not going to hit to make sure that he doesn't get the Supernova off. JT kind of fumbling there, and they're going to be forced to run away. But Illusory Orb over, and they'll leap onto the low ground. They have the Sunray. They'll get another kill. They'll take out PYW. 3 dead on the side of Xtreme Gaming as they'll sleep up JT, and they'll infest out. So popping right on top of him, the Silence is there, and this should be a 4th. Looks really good for Knights.
Interesting move there from Sniper. He decides to go in with no vision whatsoever.
They've got the Lotus Orb. Now they're going to go in. They go to the Rolling Thunder. JT trying to get around these heroes. They've got the Dream Coil down to the 3. The Solar Guardian up into the air. And, well, nobody dead on either side just yet, but the Rolling Thunder hits again on the Visage as well as Ego on this Life Stealer. Sunray back the other way. They go to the
big combo from Tiny.
Ego. And now the Avalanche as well as the toss. They get the kill to Alacrity. Sunray not doing enough damage. The Assassinate's not going to kill off Flyby just yet, but with Ego going in, he'll Rage. And, well, he'll TP out, leaving the rest of his team to die. XCJ, he'll go down. Flyby looking like he might be next because they've got the Yules to stop the TP. Avalanche toss right on top of Flyby, making a 3rd dead on Knights. And Xtreme, they play that fight really well.
5,000 damage done by Sniper in that fight.
Got that Basher, too. The Guardian Greaves in the Basher. And DY feels super farmed with that Lotus Orb of his own.
Let's see if this ward gets the ward this time. It doesn't.
Rolling Thunder in with a blink. They get the kill on XCJ. But now Paparazzi on the run with BKB, but the Solar Guardian will heal him up for the moment and keep them away. Rolling Thunder about to end. Dream Coil get into the JT Pango. And now they're going to fall forward and force Guardian away. And Guardian Greaves get popped. Supernova over to the side. They get the kill to Felix Chauba, who's going to buy back immediately. DY burned out by the Sunray and the right clicks of Ego. But Alacrity's in, and Ghost is on the high ground. He's actually on the cliff. So he'll be forced down to the low ground. Alacrity goes in with a 3-man Waning Rift, gets the kill on a JT. That's the gem on the deck. PYW, while he's trying to pick it up, gets slept. So he dies too. Gem into the hands of the Life Stealer. There's a familiar locking up Ghost, and they'll look for another one. This is going to be a dead Sniper, and 4 dead on Xtreme Gaming, with Roche wide open and ripe for the taking for Knights.
This is a huge fight. Initiating from invisibility. This is a huge timing once Flyby gets it.
Certainly, DY, I mean, they know where he's at. And they're going to make a jump here on a JT. He rolls up, but, well, he's going to curl up and die. Felix goes down to Ghost. They're trying to get away from the hands of Knights as, Aeon Disc, I believe, gets popped on the Phoenix. And they've gone to the back lines. They've got Paparazzi. They'll get the kill onto the Tiny, and Ego is here with everybody needed to finish him off. This is awful for him.
Yeah, JT could have survived there. He does have a buyback, holding on to Flicker. So he's not going to be disarmed by this Pangolier. He does have a BKB of his own, which is on cooldown for now.
So there goes the Aegis, and that means Sniper's going to try and hit away, but the Force Staff snaps the Dream Coil.
Triple Force Staff.
Force Staff back into the well. DY is going to die here. They've got buyback available on the Dawnbreaker. Supernova committed on that. They get the Tier 3 tower, and all of a sudden, Knights, they're up 9K, and they have taken the high ground, at least opened it up for now. JT with the Rolling Thunder, that's going to hit onto Alacrity. They've got the arrow to follow it up. Here comes the Sword Guardian,
bonk.
And slams it down onto Alacrity. Caught in the corner. That doesn't just happen in combat games, it happens here in Dota too. You get corner jumped. Really a fourth with the fact that they're infested inside Alacrity, who's now level 25. So he's got that Dream Coil Pierce, his magic immunity. The BKB here for the Sniper's not going to work out too well, but the Aeon Disc, it's going to be activated. They've got the Tree Volley, not doing any damage.
Arrow misses.
Supernova goes and gets placed, and PYW is going to die, but they get the Supernova and popping. They look over at Sniper, the Dream Coil is in, they'll snap it with a Force Staff. Ooh, the concussive grenade to get away, and now they're on the back lines. Alacrity's going for Ghost. He's looking to get the kill and finally takes on the Sniper, but Avalanche toss the Aeon Disc again here for
buyback from Sniper.
They'll buy back on Ghost. They're still trying to go and get the kill on a Paparazzi. They have the Lotus Orb on him, but it's not going to matter. They get the kill. He's there for 85 seconds with no buyback. JT's in, shield crashing, rolling up. Ghost trying to output any damage he can, but DY will fall. Alacrity with the triple kill. Looking at JT and Ghost now. Fuels up into the air. They need to get the Life Stealer away from them. The right click's coming out onto the Ricky, but Alacrity goes in for more. PYW is going to be silenced up thanks to the Waning Grip coming up from Alacrity.
Silver Edge in a second.
Silver Edge, but it's not going to be in
That's
time.
game.
Alacrity gets the godlike spree with Ego and gets the kill on a Ghost and JT. There's the Dream Coil down. They're going to buy back on JT. They'll get the Rampage from Alacrity and take out all of Xtreme Gaming.
He does way too much with his item build. This is where Puck, 13,000 damage. Like, he dealt almost more damage than the whole Xtreme Gaming team combined. So you have Vanning Rift on 5.9 second cooldown, same for Illusory Orb, Overwhelming Blank on a 10-second cooldown. You go in, you know that you can't die. You have this Eon Disc, and yeah, Xtreme Gaming. We're gonna see a game 3.
Yeah, really well done there by Knights. That last fight was perfect, and you can feel it the entire way. It was just getting there, putting the pressure on Xtreme, and then poof, it all explodes, and Knights, whew, blow up in a good way.
Xtreme, they needed to get more done at the early stages of the game. First, like 15, 20 minutes. With the lineup that they had, they needed to have a bigger advantage. It comes down to laning stage. Knights, they're very weak in the lanes, but something that I said, you know, they need to have like 5k gold lead. Never happened 20 minutes into the game. Ego picks up another rune. It's going to be Illusion for now. Yeah, this is a different game of Pangolier than what we've seen in the previous one. This Pango will have his spells maxed out relatively early on. Going into the Fusel Blade, glimpse back immediately.
Yeah, but Paparazzi's here. He picked up that bounty rune and he goes bottom to get first blood. With the aggression that had been going down bottom, I'm a little surprised it's still just first blood coming out. This Alacrity is coming over, and there's the big pull to try and get away, but they've got a glimpse. So that means you're into the smoke screen, a silence onto 2, the swap to save PYW, and now DY with the wave of terror that hits onto 2 heroes. They'll pop the exorcism, and now they're gonna roll. They've got the trample. It's on top of a couple of these heroes. They've already gone to the Requiem. They get the kill to 2. They'll take out DY and PYW, the support duo gone on the side of Xtreme. So with that, Xtreme will back off.
Awkward fight from them. Smoke from Knights. They know exactly where they are. JT.
Oh, he slept a mud gold. But now they're going to have the glimpse. It's on to JT. The swap out again. JT doesn't have exorcism for 12 seconds. A magic missile thrown by DY. And they're leaving DY to die. So, Alacrity, meanwhile, Thunder and PYW, well, Ghost too. They've also got the sleep onto the lone druid. They've gone over for more. Not too certain why they stayed, but now the sleep, the static storm, and the Requiem all there. Ghost dies too. Knights move down towards mid. They get the tower, they get 3 kills, and it's looking like Roche time.
Finished. Like, yeah, you had all the components, but it's not an MKB.
Rolling Thunder committed, and they brought the Disruptor over. They want the glimpse potential. Look at him, right on the step. Static Storm goes swapped out, but they've got the Requiem over to the side. Ego comes in with the BKB. They'll get the gun of DY, and now, well, problems for the side of Xtreme. Ghost falls, double kill. Alacrity in on a Paparazzi. He's on the run. How far can he get? Swashbuckle over, and, well, he'll get back towards JT as Knights, they'll stop chasing.
His haste is running out. Man, those glimpses are destroying the fights. Yeah, you do have a swap, but he can glimpse you back. Felix, he's ready to use another dart.
Stun lands, there's the dart. Onslaught onto the high ground. Well, welcome to the life of being a ward. You will stand there, you will get vision, but that's all you'll do. And the team will combine themselves to be a sentry and de-ward you.
Felix
now on the run, Alacrity in even more, and they get the kill onto this Venge. They take it another. It is just a kill hand over fist.
Knights, they understand that that exorcism near tanking this, tanking up this time, it's gonna mitigate so much damage from Leshrac.
Go to the Exorcism again. Ego this time moves in the Aegis very quickly. They get the Static Storm down onto a couple of these heroes. They've got the Kinetic Field locking in. DY, now Ego with the BKB. Does he have the damage? Can he get the kill here on a Paparazzi? No buyback available on the track. That's a big issue because they're going to lose JT too. 2 heroes come to the side of Xtreme. They'll glimpse back DY and make it another. Killing spree for Flyby and Ignites. They are just absolutely demolishing Xtreme.
They want to take another fight. 30 seconds without Exo. They can hit this fight, initiate before the Exo's back online.
And now they've got those Greaves picked up and finished. They'll have the sustainability to fight here. They've got the vision down, and there's the silence with the BKB from Ego early on. DY's just dead. They'll go for more. PYW looks like both supports are going to die. JT, he's sticking nearby with the rest of his team. Do you want to go in on this?
Buyback.
Triple silence, BKB, Paparazzi going in. Both the supports bought back. And now they're going to swashbuckle across. Ego getting low. The onslaught's there. They get the kill on the Shadow Feed. And now they'll look over at the rest. Magic Missile onto Alacrity. 4-step swashbuckle all the way onto the low ground. As he'll blink away, they just get Ego.
Heavy commitment from Xtreme Gaming to take this fight. They're already 1 racks down. You can see that Shadow Fiend dies after he's isolated. Leshrac with some really good body blocks.
Stun, onslaught, swashbuckle. Oh, Felix drops, swap. That's on the Paparazzi. That'll leave DY to die. That's pretty much the name of the game with 5 Venge.
Once Shadow Fiend respawns, collect the souls, they're going to be ready to go in and take a fight again.
They'll have that pike. They'll look at Roche in potentially 14 seconds. 5-man smoke from Xtreme. They're down 10,000 net worth. They really need to make a play here. Double damage is sitting on the ground. Ooh, Ego. Oh, no, he got it. BKB, now the right clicks in, destroys DY. Oh, man, 1,200 on that one. 1,200 on that one. Taking out Paparazzi. Put the cameras down. They'll go after Ghost. They should take out the lone druid. He's walking away. He's walking away. Shield crash finally comes out from Alacrity to get the kill. They take out JT. PYW's gone. Full team white for Knights.
There's no way they let this happen. They just gave Shadow Fiend the double. They try to bait it, swap him into a...
Make the move as it looks like Knights want to wrap all the way around. They might just catch Xtreme.
Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah.
Bait it.
Invis, denied this time. Ooh, they checked Roche. They thought they were in there when the smoke broke. Smoke screen down.
Bash.
Magic Missile comes out. They've got the bash. They'll go to the fear, but they get the kill into DY. They'll take him out first. Now they will go over as the Bear's in trouble. Abyssal Blade, 300 gold. That goes the way of Flyby. Another
bear for
sleep
60.
on a Paparazzi. There's going to be no bear. That means there's no damage. What do? Paparazzi pops the BKB as well as the Bloodstone, but he gets swashbuckled out, and they'll look over at JTGG. Knights defeat Xtreme. A 2-game straight comeback, and they have done what people thought was impossible and taken out Xtreme.
So right now they're sitting at 3-1. Xtreme Gaming is 2-2. It's looking good for Knights. Like the way they started the season, and yeah, they poured